I am reincarnated. I was stargazing. Life goes on. I need all my babies. Woke up looking for the broccoli. High key, keep a horn on me. That could my seat. IP ownership. The blueprint is by me. Mr. Get Off. I get off at my feet.
What's good, everybody, and welcome back to my channel. Now I know you're seeing Elden Ring on the channel, and I know I don't usually cover Elden Ring. In fact, I almost never cover Elden Ring. Y'all see it in my intro, but I never play it. I'm gonna keep it a buck. I'm stuck on this boss, and I decided that I spent so much time on Elden Ring anyways, so I might as well make a little video on it. But this video's gonna be a little different. It's not gonna be like a normal video of me just kind of like raging out. It's not gonna be a normal video of me just like kind of like raging, yada yada yada. It's gonna be a story time because I haven't done a story time in a very long time, and I want to do one. So that's what we're gonna do. We're gonna do a story time. So yeah. As some of you know, I went to Mexico a couple weeks ago. It was a beautiful experience, and I'm gonna just kind of summarize those days, and I'm gonna just, you know, I mean, this story time is not gonna be something that, like, I don't know, and it isn't gonna be like I'm not gonna try to like preach to you or something. Like, it is, you know, it was a missions trip, so I was doing the work of God. I was doing the work of God, but man, I gotta stop talking. I'm just getting to it. So first day, we're in the airport, and I see a lot of new people. And obviously, I don't know a lot of these people. I know a couple people. You know, I know my homies. Y'all seen them on video. You know, Nate, Cooper, Sav. You know, I know them. I know a couple others, like my boy Christian. Shout out Christian for that Akuma thumbnail. If y'all saw that, that video is actually doing really well. Appreciate you, Christian, for drawing that thumbnail for me. I love you for that. But you know, we all at the airport, and the first thing I noticed is that, one, we here matter. We had to wake up at 5 to get to the airport because our flight left that. I think it left that 7 if I'm not mistaken. And obviously, not even gonna lie to you, our flight left at 7, and I was over here like, damn. I ain't gonna lie, a brother was almost late. I'll keep it above with you because I thought I was supposed to, like, I guess not be at the airport, but I realized I had to wake up at 4, and actually was not gonna be able to go unless my friends called me. My friends actually called me and told me that I need to get on the flight, and because I was almost late. So, you know, we're going to the airport on the bus. I'm chilling. I'm vibing with my music on. You feel what I'm saying? I had some of that Tasha Cobbs playing in the aux. You feel what I'm saying? Get to the airport, get to the terminal, get to where we gotta go, and I noticed something. I'm hungry as frick. So I talked to the leader, my boy Pastor TJ. I'm like, hey, can we go get some grub? He's like, you know what? I'll see why not. Go get y'all some eats. So we go get some eats, and right away I notice that there ain't a lot of good eats here. Oh my god, this looks sick. We do not have a lot of good eats, to the point where I'm looking, I'm like, dang, yo, these eats kind of suck. We have an Arby's, a Panda Express, a burrito place, and some kind of pizzeria. Keep in mind, it is literally like, it's freaking 7 in the morning. So a lot of that stuff is not stuff that I want to eat right now because it's 7 in the morning. So I'm kind of like, well, dang, I don't even want to eat. I ain't gonna say I don't even want. I'm just like, well, dang, I don't even want to eat no more, low key. But you know, brother's so hungry, so brother gotta eat. So you know, I take me and my homies, I take me and my homegirl Faith, and we go get some grub, go get some eats. You know, we eat. I eat a small pizza, and I know what you're gonna say. A pizza at 7 a.m. is diabolical, but look, I was hungry, limited options, and I know when's the last time we go eat. So you know, we get through all that. And then when we got on our flight, I'm just keeping it a butt. The flight was calm. You know what I mean? I fell asleep for most of it. But then I played poker with my homies. I beat the frick out of them in poker, bro. I'm low-key cracked that poker. I'm not gonna lie. I'm low-key, hey, you may not know this, but Kami got a gambling addiction. What you may know from seeing me play freaking Legends, I got a gambling addiction. I'm getting pissed right now. Hold on. Leave that. Bink. Now I'm getting distracted. Because, hey, Melina is a boss that is very hard. But, hey, weave. Alright. But, so basically, right? Leave that. Let's see. So I'm just gonna skip. So we make it in Mexico, right? And I tell my homie to get my bag because, I don't know. I wasn't gonna say I was too lazy, but I am gonna say that I was kind of like, I needed him to get my bag because, like, a brother was sitting down, a brother didn't feel like getting up. You know the vibes? I didn't really feel like getting up right now, so I'm like, hey, can you get my bag for me? He's like, yeah, I got you. So he doesn't actually get my bag. In fact, my bag actually falls in between the seats. That's gonna be important later. But I managed to grab it and we get off the plane. So we walking down like the stairs into immigration to where you have to check our passport to get into the country. And I look in my bag, and I'm kind of like, yo. And something told me like, yo, look in your bag real quick. So I look in the baggie, I look in my bag, and I see, lo and behold, that a brother doesn't actually have his passport. Now, I don't start panicking right away, obviously, because I'm like, okay, well, you know, this may be no bueno, but like, you know, it's still calm though. We're gonna be alright. So I tell one of the leaders, Zach, shout out my boy Zach, love him. I'm like, yo, I don't think I have my passport. He's like, what you mean, got your passport? I'm like, I think the passport may have fallen off during the plane. And so they're kind of freaking out, and I'm slowly freaking out because I'm like, dang, I may be stuck here. So, you know, we tell the proper authorities, we tell the people on the plane, can you check for like a passport, yada, 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 give them the proper information. And me, my boy Brandon, and then TJ, the pastor, all just kind of sit and chilled for like a couple hours while they try to look for my passport. Now, of course, while they're trying to look for my passport, I'm slowly panicking because they came back like once every couple minutes, and they were like, hey, we checked, they couldn't find it. And then they were like, hey, we're about to do a deep clean of the plane. It may take us 2 to 3 hours to actually finish the deep clean. We'll let you know if we find your passport then. So, you know, they said they're going to let us know. So we're like, okay, bet. Then we'll just wait then, right? So we wait for like an hour. And they're basically like, hey, we couldn't find your passport, twin. That's tough luck. You might want to try to, you know, get that figured out. And I'm like, the frick do you mean get it figured out? I literally was like, I know where my passport is. I told them exactly where to look, and they're like, yeah, no, we couldn't find it, twin. And I'm like, oh, but like I know it's there. So I'm thinking, dang, someone nicked my passport. Someone trying to cosplay as me right now. But then I'm like, what point would they have for a passport, bro? Like, it's not like you can freaking buy something with it. Like, it's just a passport, twin. Like, I kind of want to just, you know, get in the country. So, you know, they take my passport, or not, they don't take my passport. So they're like, yeah, you're tough out of luck. So we tell the proper authorities, and they're like, hey, okay, bet. So he is going to have to stay here, and y'all gonna have to leave. And they were like, wait, we gotta leave him alone? And they're like, well, yeah. And I was like, oh, that's no bueno. I don't like that, I don't think. And they were kind of like, yeah, you gotta leave him here. And I'm like, oh, well, that's no bueno. I don't like that. And the pastor, shout out my pastor, bro. He's like, yo, I don't like that. I want to stay with him. And they were like, nah, you gotta go. So basically, they leave and they take me to an office. If any of you have, also, I do not recommend going to his office. It's very depressing. They're like they're not families, but like there's like a daughter, a mom, all that. And I remember that I was in that thing and I was looking up to God, bro. Cause I'm like, yo, please, Lord, let them find this passport, bro. Cause if they don't find this passport, I am cooked. So I'm like, God, please let them find that passport, cause like that is something that I cannot lose. And you know, they don't give me a phone call because the thing is they all speak Spanish. And none of them really speak good English. So when it comes to translated conversations, it was kind of tough because they didn't really know what I was saying. And I couldn't really tell what they were saying. So it was really hard. So a majority of my time was spent signing papers that I didn't know the meaning of because they're all in Spanish. And you know, when you're in that type of situation where like you basically cannot enter the country and you're kind of like screwed, I didn't really know what to do because I'm not gonna lie, like, I'm gonna get a bug. I was dead panicking. I was panicking because my whole thing was like, I don't know if I'm gonna be able to get into the country because I'm not gonna be able to get into the country because they can't find my passport. And basically, if they can't find my passport, they're not letting me in. And they let me in, then, but I'm cooked. I'm cooked. So I'm signing papers and all that stuff. And they basically interview me. They're like, yo, so like, who do you know like that stays here? And I didn't really know the people. All I knew was Pastor TJ, and he was already in. So I know my pastor. He's like, you know his real name? And I kind of dropped the ball because then I realized, I didn't know my pastor's name. And at that point, I was kind of like, dang, I may be cooked, huh? And they're like, oh yeah, you may be fried. So I'm like, I bet, can I call him to like ask him what his name is? And they're like, nah. And I'm like, oh, can I like let him know like what's going on? He's like, they're like, nah. And so now I'm like, okay, can I do anything? And they're like, Nah. So I stay in that room for a couple more minutes, and then I kid you not, two officers come in, and they take me to like this room, and I kid you not, I then am escorted. They tell me, "Hey, put your bags down," and I was like, "I bet." Like, where? Like, I'm about to go to the hotel. I didn't know where I was going. I was just like, "Am I about to go to the hotel?" Like what's going on? Type jump, right? So they take me to this room, and they tell me to put my bag down. And unfortunately, what happens next? If you want to skip to the happy parts of this story, because it's not all sad. I promise you, it's not all sad. If you want to skip to the happy parts, I'll have the timestamp right here to where you can skip to it. Unfortunately, I was put in a jail cell. Like, they took my fingerprints, all that, and they didn't take my fingerprints, but they made me sign something. Then they threw me in a cell. And I do mean threw me. And at that point, I was kind of like, oh, this isn't good, because I went from a law-abiding citizen to suddenly they think I'm King Von. So I'm in a jail cell with, like, if y'all ever have done gymnastics, y'all know, like, those gymnastic mats. And gymnastic mats, basically, they're not really meant to lay on. In fact, they're meant to jump off of. So they're not really meant for, they're not meant to be, slept upon. But that's what they had. They had, like, these gymnastic mats on these, like, metal bunk beds. And I remember I was kind of like, oh, I'm cooked. Like, I ain't never, ever had to do something like this. I'm baked. It's up for your boy. And I remember that, like, there were these two, I'm not going to say Mexican, because I don't know what the word, but I know that they spoke Spanish. And they were kind of like, yo, they said in English, yo, what's up? And I'm like, hi, like, I don't really know what's going on. I'm sorry, I don't really speak the language. Like, I'm kind of cooked right now. And I remember that one of them was like, yo, let me get your bed. And I was like, no, because I'm over here like, because that would, when it kind of sunk in that, like, a brother was low key in, like, prison. Like, this was, like, I thought it was, because at first, like, when you're in that type of situation, you're like, oh, this ain't really, like, you're trying to, like, your body's trying to, like, be like, yo, it's not real. Like, we're kind of, like, freaking out. But, dog, when he said, like, yo, let me get your bed, I'm like, hold on, Brody. Like, oh, this for real. Like, it's tragic over here. Like, I may be cooked. And so I'm like, nah. And he's like, I wasn't asking. I'm like, sir, please. I am only 18 years old, and you are fighting with me over a bed. Hold on. Yeet! Dang it. I tried to get her while she was jumping, and I was kind of like, well, dang, this is no bueno at all. And he's like, yeah, give me your bed. And I'm like, I think not. And he was kind of like, I wasn't asking. And I'm like, oh, well, still no. And he tried to take it from me, but I was like, I'm not leaving my bed. And then he left me alone, so God bless. But throughout the night, like, I was basically woken up, like, in random intervals of, like, I want to say 30 minutes at a time. I got, like, 30 minutes of sleep each time. They woke me up, made me sign something else, woke me up, made me sign something else, woke me up, made me sign something else. A repeating cycle. And I couldn't eat, I could not eat, and I couldn't drink, bro. Because everything just tasted like straight up bile to me. Like, I couldn't bear to eat, because I was just like, I'm really stuck here, and I may have to go home. But the more that I lied in that bed, I was like, it may not even be just going home. I may not be able to go home, period. Because if I don't have my passport, they may not send me home. And so I'm kind of freaking out, but I'm trying to keep calm. Because in those situations, when you're in a stressful situation, the number one thing you want to do is keep calm. You want to keep calm, keep a level head, and make sure that you stay the course. That you make sure to take care of your surroundings and make sure not to panic. That's what I always do, at least. And now, look, I understand that is definitely a situation where, like, panicking is probably expected, but I just have always kind of been taught that in those situations you can't panic, because panicking does nothing. And so, I didn't panic. I did what they told me to do, and then came the food. And now, look, I don't expect no 5-star restaurant. I'm not expecting they're gonna give me like some McDonald's out the gate. I'm not expecting nothing like that. But I never had prison food, and so when they said, do you want? They said dinner, not dinner though. They said basically dinner, and me being me, I was so confused on what they meant. So right away I'm like, what? And they're like comida, and I'm like, oh yeah, see, right? And I'm seeing when the guards eat a burger, so I'm like, oh, at least they finna feed me, like, send me decent. I'm finna eat like a burger, some fries. I'm finna be light, right? Nah, twin. They give me some kind of like, I want to say, I'm not gonna call it slop, but I'm gonna call it slop because that's what it was. It was dead, just like it was dead slop. And I remember I saw that junk, and my immediate reaction was, on second thought, I'm not even that hungry for real. And he didn't like that very much, and ended up actually not striking me, ended up hitting me with the baton. And I was kind of like, oh, that's not good. And my back, you know that ski mask off, back still hurts. Yeah, my back still kind of hurt from that altercation, but it's calm because, you know, I was like, well, this is unfortunate. So they take me back to my cell, and, you know, the cycle repeats again. 30 minutes, wake up, sign something else. 30 minutes, wake up, sign something else. And it got to the point where I was kind of like, I kind of gave up on sleeping a little bit because I was like, I'm definitely not going to be able to sleep anyway. So there's really no point in trying. So there came a point, I want to say, I didn't have my phone, so I didn't really know what time it was, but I'm going to say maybe like, not 3 a.m., maybe like, I want to say maybe 1 a.m. I was like, okay, I'm gonna just chill then, because obviously there is nothing I can do in the situation. So I decided, you know what, I'm gonna just pray. I decided to pray, and the more that I prayed, I was like, God, can you please just like help me? Because it's tough out here. It's tough out here for your soldier, bro. It's tough out here. I'm scared. You know, they wilding right now. They you know, bro just kind of struck me. That just kind of hurt a little bit. Like I'm scared, but I'm praying. You know, I'm just praying to God. And the more that I prayed, I get a sense of just like peace. That like whatever happened next, I was gonna be at peace with it. So I went to sleep finally, and I want to say, around 2 hours later, they wake me up and they're like, hey, we found your passport. And I shouted for joy, bro, because it was like my prayers were answered, bro. Like God did the impossible, and somehow my passport, after hours, was found. And so I'm excited. I'm like, thank God. I'm thanking the Lord. I'm like, thank the Lord Jesus. And I asked them where they found it. They found it on the plane. They actually found it on the plane. They said where they found it on the plane. They're like, where you told them? And I'm like, oh. Well, how interesting. But it was my own fault for losing the passport in the first place, so I can't be too mad. So, you know, I'm like, bet, say less. So I'm out of here, right? And they said, yeah, you're free to go now. So they get me processed, they get me checked in. And once they get me checked in, I'm kind of like, hey, God is good all the time. And all the time, God is good. And, you know, so I get checked into customs, and I remember I'm just thanking God. And I kid you not, God was like, hey, I just need you to have faith in me. Because, see, I knew that I could do it. I knew that you're going to make it through, but I just need you to have faith. I needed to show you that you got to have faith in me like that. I'm like, you know what? You're right. I appreciate you, Lord. So I get checked into customs to get my bag checked. I charge my phone, and I call my pastor. I'm like, hey, I'm out. And he gets so excited. He's like, oh, wait, for real? I bet I'm going to come get you. So he comes to get me. We chatted up for like hours just talking about, like, I told him my testimony. You know, we're just talking. And I told him what happened to me. He's like, are you okay? And I'm like, well, yeah, I'm out of the freaking cell, so I think I'm better than okay at this point. Because honestly, with me, I was just thankful to be able to actually still finish what the Lord had. Like, I was happy to still be able to go on this missions trip with my friends and so many people I hold dear to me, to meet these new people, to be able to spread the word of God, and to be able to just, honestly, to do what honestly this channel is all about. And that's making people happy. Like, honestly, the reason I even had this channel is to make people happy with my videos, to make them laugh. You know, if I get beat in fight, if I get beat in a video game, you know, I'm gonna laugh at it. Like, my whole goal in life is to make people happy. That's always been my goal, and that's always will be my goal, because I always wanted to be able to help people become happy. And so, basically, after we got out, we're like, okay, now we got to make it to the base where we were staying at. So we take a bus, and Pastor calls his wife, Sarah. And Sarah was like, hey, you know, where are y'all? We're going to come pick y'all up. And they gave me a decision. They're like, hey, we know you've had like a really rough couple of hours. So you have a choice between you can either stay like at the base for the whole day and just chill, or you can come with us to the church we're going to, and, you know, meet the kids, help the kids, all that. And so obviously, me being me, I was tired. But some told me that, you know what? Hey, you know who else was tired? Jesus. When Jesus was on that cross, he was tired. But he still did it. So I said, hey, we going to the church. Bring me a spare clothes, right? Because I'm not going to lie. I'm keeping the bug with you. Prison did not look nice on me. I smelled disgusting. I smelled like musk, depression, and suicide. It was tragic in there. So I'm like, bet, just bring me a change of clothes. And I'm there, right? So they bring me a change of clothes, right? They bring me a change of clothes. And I'm able to actually, we're just waiting at the bus stop, just waiting for them to pick us up. And I'm kind of just going over my head. I'm like, dang, I'm really about to go to church not even hours after I got out of the freaking prison. So, but I'm excited. And so the dude picks us up Sunday. Love him. He picks us up. You know, two of my friends, Caleb and Emma, are in the car. They hug me. I almost break down crying because it's something about seeing, like, because I'm not gonna lie, I was kind of scared that like, I know this is a very irrational fear. And I know, like, looking back on it, it was an extremely irrational fear. But I was kind of scared that they were going to be like, oh, shoot, here go the dude that went to jail again, right? And I was kind of scared, I guess, that I kind of put a dampener on the trip for us because, you know, that whole fiasco happened. But the way they greeted me with such love and compassion, bro, oh my God, I almost started crying right then and there. But I was chilling, though. You know what I'm saying? They asked me questions. I answered them for the most part. I didn't really like reminiscing on, like, what happened to me, like, during the trip because, real talk, I was there to praise the Lord. I was there to do my job and make sure that the people that we are here to help get help, right? So, you know, we pull up to the church, and Sarah, TJ's wife, sees TJ because TJ was actually staying at a hotel in the airport, so he actually didn't go back. He didn't go with everyone else. He was actually waiting for me because he was gonna go on the flight with me back home. So Sarah sees TJ, and, you know, obviously they're married. And the way that she leapt into his arms, bro, made me believe in love all over again, bro. Because it was such genuine joy of seeing her husband that you couldn't replicate it, bro. It was so cute. And once I got out of the car, everyone was like, oh my God, that Drake? And they bomb rushed me with love, bro. And I ain't gonna lie, I never used to really be big on hugs. In that moment, bro, I ain't gonna lie, a brother definitely needed that hug. And obviously, like, it was amazing because it was so genuine, and they seemed just so happy to see me that I loved it, bro. And so at that point, I was kind of like, I bet. So let's get it cracking then, because, you know, we got a job to do, y'all. We here to help people. We here to help people in the house of the Lord. And that's exactly what we're gonna do. We're gonna help the people. So we get into the church. I change to, you know, some snazzy to my church car. I turn to something a little better, right? And so, you know, not my prison outfit, like my freaking USA shirt with a freaking with some blue shorts. I turn to something a little more snazzy, a little more appropriate for the occasion. So, dang, this is a 22-minute recording. We're gonna just do day one. So basically, at that point, I'm kind of like, I bet, let's get it cracking. And so, you know, we meet the people. We have praise and worship, which was amazing. We had the message, which was also equally as amazing. I loved every second of it. And honestly, like, I loved that church because there was such genuine love with everything they did there. Like, you could tell that everything was honestly genuine. They weren't faking it. They weren't trying to, like, they weren't doing it for, like, you know, they weren't doing it just because they had to be there. They were very happy being there. And so we do praise and worship, you know. After praise and worship, I'm hungry. I didn't eat nothing in 24 hours. So I'm like, yo, can someone get me a sandwich, please? They had these little ham sandwiches with mayo on them, bro. Now, usually I hate mayo. Let me tell you something, right then and there, bro, mayo was the best thing I ever tasted, bro. I ate like 5 of them sandwiches. I was hungry. And so after that, we actually played games with the kids. You know, we play games, we chill, we laugh. You know, I talk more with my homies. You know, we play like these not stupid games. We play like these really simple games. We play darts. We play like this makeshift bowling. And dog, let me tell you something. I know I play video games on this channel for a living, but when I tell you I had so much fun knocking down plastic cups, it's not even funny. And honestly, that knocking down those cups with those kids and hearing all that laughter in there, bro, I was reminded what being a man of God and what being a Christian is really about. It's not about, like, you know, it's not about the casting out of demons. It's not about, you know, saying thou shalt not do this, thou shalt not do that, but it's about the love. It's about the beauty in being a man of God, because when you're able to sit down with people, you're able to just express that joy of the Lord to them, you're able to be that light. It is a feeling like nothing else. And obviously, at the end of the day, you know, they were sad to see us go. I actually made a couple new friends. I made a little boy. You know, a little boy was so sad when I left. And I know I gave him a hug. We took some pictures. It was honestly amazing. And on the bus ride back home, I remember I was sitting on the floor because I didn't know. I didn't really feel comfortable sitting in the seats. I know someone gonna call me weird for that. Like, you ain't gonna see it in a car seat. But bro, look, I don't know what it was. The brother just didn't feel comfortable with it. But basically at that point, I was kind of like just chilling, laughing. I remember that like I was trying to take a nap because the brother was tired, dog. Like, I had probably collectively within those 2 days got maybe, I want to say, a collective 3 hours of actual rest. So to be with my people like that, to be with my family, the people that I call my own, was honestly chill. And for the first time since I actually got to Mexico, I felt safe. And I was like, dang, this kind of hit. So I get some sleep. We get back to the base, and there's some Little Caesar pizza waiting for us. Let me tell you something about pizza. My brother loves pizza. Pizza is probably top 5 of my favorite foods. I love pizza. And, you know, I see that, and I'm like, oh, word? And they're like, yeah, we got pizza. And I'm like, oh, say less. I need me that. I need that pizza, right? And so I'm chowing down. We do our debrief for the day. We do our highs and lows. And honestly, at that point, after that, I was so beat because I was just so tired that I couldn't be asked to do anything else. I was tired. And after that, I played some Uno with the guys, played some chess with the boys. You know, I'm low-key like that in chess. You feel what I'm saying? I know I was dogging people. And after that, it was just beautiful because I felt safe. And I felt like all of us, as stupid as it sounds, we were a family. And you know what? That's where I'm going to end it off here. That's where I'm going to end up here with day 1. If y'all want me to continue this, 5 likes. 5 likes and y'all get a part 2. I love you, my Cross Samurai. Be blessed. Be wealthy. And remember, kids, don't ever lose your passport. I love you guys. Peace out, my Cross Samurai.